The guard smiled as if he held a secret I wasn't aware of. "Sir, I see the husband every day. Look, he's coming out right now." I followed his gaze. There he was, my wife's husband. Her laughter floated through the glass doors of the corporate lobby, slicing through the crisp morning air. She wasn't meant to laugh like that. Not with him. Not the way she had laughed with me. He wore my suit, not literally, but close enough. Same brand, same cut, even the same damn cologne. And she touched his arm as though it were instinctual. I didn't correct the guard. I didn't shout. I barely even breathed. I just smiled. "You're right," I said. "That's him." Then I walked away. We met 12 years ago. She was an intern. I was her mentor. I taught her to read balance sheets like poetry, to uncover the story behind numbers. She called me her compass. I believed in destiny back then. I believed in her. Together, we built everything: the company, the home, the life. I made her CEO when the board needed a new face. She had the charm, the fire, the story. I had the vision and the capital. We were unstoppable until she no longer needed me. At first, it was the small things. A new perfume that wasn't mine, late-night board meetings, changed passwords, the careful distance whenever I reached for her hand. Still, I gave her the benefit of the doubt. I wanted to be wrong. But truth doesn't care about comfort. It arrives unexpectedly, like a casual comment from a security guard. That night, I sat alone in my home office, the city lights reflecting on the glass. I imagined confrontation, yelling, breaking, bleeding. But anger is predictable, and predictable men lose. So I planned. I hired someone discreet, expensive, and efficient. No photos, no gossip, just data. Within weeks, I had it all: hotel logs, messages, transactions. He wasn't just any man. He was the CFO, my friend, the one I had helped climb the ladder. 2 betrayals wrapped in one body. Impressive. I didn't confront her. I observed. How she spoke on the phone, left her ring on the sink, called me darling only when someone else could hear. Every detail became a puzzle piece. And I, the quiet collector, learned that revenge isn't a single act, it's a sequence, precise, timed. Step 1. I quietly restructured the board, maintaining majority control through shell companies. She never checked the fine print. Step 2. I moved the company's liquid assets into a holding firm she couldn't access without my consent. Step 3. I waited. Patience is the sharpest weapon. 3 months later, the company hosted its annual gala. Her stage, her spotlight. She wore red, the color she always chose when she wanted to be remembered. He stood beside her, pretending to be subtle, but I saw it: the familiarity, the synchronized smiles. I lingered at the back, unnoticed, just another investor in a black suit. When she approached the microphone for her speech, I felt that old admiration buried beneath months of decay. Then I remembered the guard's words. "Sir, I see the husband every day." I smiled. The husband she thought she had, the version of me she discarded, was already gone. The next morning, she walked into an emergency board meeting she didn't know existed. Financial irregularities, misconduct inquiries. Every document she'd signed over the past year implicated her, not enough to ruin her publicly, but enough to strip her of power. The board voted unanimously. She was out. I was reinstated as interim CEO. The irony was delicious. She didn't even look angry, just stunned, as if watching her reflection vanish. The CFO tried to defend her. I let him speak. Then I placed the final file on the table, proof of their off-site meetings billed as company expenses. Silence. You could hear careers breaking. He resigned on the spot. She didn't. She just looked at me, really looked, as if seeing me for the first time. "Why?" she whispered. I almost laughed. "Why?" Because betrayal demands balance. Because love without loyalty is just leverage. But I didn't say a word. I simply smiled and let her wonder. After the meeting, she followed me down the hallway. Her voice cracked. "You could have destroyed me." "I did," I said. "You just haven't felt it yet." In the weeks that followed, She lost everything that made her untouchable: the company, the title, the illusion. I didn't ruin her finances, I left her comfortable. Her punishment was subtler, a life where she could buy everything except respect. He left her soon after. Of course he did. Predators don't mate, they migrate. Sometimes I see her name in small news articles, charity events, new ventures. She smiles in the photos, but I know that smile, the one she wore the night I uncovered her lies. Perfect, practiced, hollow. I don't hate her anymore. Hate is heavy. I prefer silence, the kind that follows a perfect move. People think revenge is loud, chaotic, fiery. They're wrong. Real revenge is quiet. A whisper that never fades, a mirror that always reflects the truth. And every time she passes a security guard, I hope he greets her the same way. I see the husband every day. Because she'll remember. She'll understand exactly what that means. I didn't just surprise my wife that day. I woke her from the dream she built on lies and left her wide awake, alone in the silence she created.